Hello, it's Melissa here to talk about more Jane Austen books. These are current editions which are out there and for sale, and they are very good quality and a little bit more pricey than some of the books that I own. These two in the slip cases are from the Folio Society, and these two in the plastic jackets with the laser cut dust jackets are the Thomas Neale Seasons Edition. The Folio Society publishes a number of books with very, very exquisite artwork. If you take a look here, the Austen set had quotes on them, very shiny slip cases. Each of these is a distinct quote from the novel that's included. They're bound in gold cloth. And one of the things that got my attention when I opened the package, which having seen them online I had never even noticed, was that the cover artwork is so distinct and communicative that you don't even need a title. You could look at any one of Austen's novels from the cover artwork and you would know exactly which novel it was. So you can see these are from the Folio Society, and the authoress and title appear on the spine, and they are bound in this very lovely gold cloth. Each of the Folio editions has absolutely beautiful, exquisite, and unique artwork, and an illustration that was commissioned for the edition. This one is a fifth printing from 2021. There's a list of illustrations, and they are quite stunning. I had to ship these across the Atlantic in order to get them to me in Canada, so they were quite pricey for me. So I only purchased two of them, but I picked the two that I really love the novel, and also I was very taken with the artwork, thinking that it was very exquisite and distinctive and quite original. I was disappointed with the introduction in the Pride and Prejudice. I came away from reading the introduction feeling as though the person who wrote it really didn't like Pride and Prejudice or Jane Austen. I was surprised that got past an editor. The Mansfield Park has the introduction written by Lucy Worsley, who is actually a renowned historian and has written the book Jane Austen at Home, a biography of Jane Austen, based around an investigation of the places that she lived throughout her life. And the introduction in this book is wonderful by Lucy Worsley. It actually did point something out to me about Mansfield Park that I'd never thought before about what its meaning is or where it's going. And so I really appreciated the opportunity to read that. You can see how distinct the cover art is, that you would know just from this art which book it is. The artwork that is in Mansfield Park, I also picked this one because it is very special. It looks like it's very layered, but the artwork is actually entirely digital, which made this very unique. There is one issue with the Folio edition here, and that's this statement here. This edition follows the text of the first edition. Unfortunately, the speech of Mr. Price's in Portsmouth that is redone in the second edition has been changed in this book. But there is another change that was not made, so it's actually not based on the first edition, it's some kind of hybrid. I've discussed that when I talked about the heirloom collection and them being based on the first editions of the text. As many of you know, Austen put out a second edition of Sense and Sensibility and a second edition of Mansfield Park in her lifetime. Other than that, though, these are incredibly beautiful. I've read each of them. They hold up absolutely beautifully. The paper is very high quality. The font is an easily readable size, and I am sure that I will get a great deal of enjoyment out of these over the years. What I also have here are the Thomas Neale Seasons editions. They're also out there. These have a plastic jacket on them to protect the dust jacket, because this is a laser cut illustration that it is cut into the dust jacket. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but it is cut right into the dust jacket there. And there's a beautiful hardcover book behind that jacket. These are actually an edition that's numbered out of 10,000. And they're quite beautiful too. The paper is of very good quality. The font size is highly readable. I've read both of these. And I can actually tell you that because they're limited edition, the Pride and Prejudice is already outside my price range, and the Emma is greatly going up in price. My husband was kind enough to give this to me as a holiday gift last year. And these have quotations highlighted inside the book. So they're quite colorful and catchy and very easy to read and very collectible. As I mentioned, the Pride and Prejudice is already quite up there in price. So the seasons editions were limited to 10,000. There are 4 seasons in the year, but as we all know, there are 6 Austen novels. So Pride and Prejudice came out with the winter collection, Persuasion with the summer, Emma with the spring, and this is Sense and Sensibility. It came out with the fall edition, with the fall collection. Now, as we all know, there's also Mansfield Park and Northanger Abbey. So when the seasons editions and these limited runs of 10,000 were finished, the publisher came out with what they called the Jane Austen collection and reproduced each of the books with a rather differently shaded blue in the novel and a white dust jacket so that they look like the Pride and Prejudice from the winter edition. So if you're picking these up and you want colorful books, you want to buy one of the limited edition seasons editions. If you're picking up a book in order to collect Austen's novels with these hardcover books and these lovely laser cut jackets, you can purchase from the Jane Austen collection. But beware, the Jane Austen collection is not limited to 10,000. It is the seasons edition that is the limited edition books. So I hope that is very interesting for everyone, and you know what? Happy shopping.